If your clients have to ask, where do I log in again? Then that means your user experience is actually costing you money. Complex systems make clients feel stupid, and frankly, confused clients will not stick around. So you might be thinking that you're giving them options, but really you're just making them confused. And in addition to that, not only does a confused mind never buy, but a confused mind doesn't stay. So you're killing your customer retention rate. So here are 4 tips for making your user experience, not only for your internal team, but your customers, more enjoyable or just even easier. So the first one is simplify the experience. One portal, one step at a time. Everything needs to be very clear. It's not do this, this, and this. It's do this, and then this, and then that. And by presenting the information that way, you're also giving little quick wins along the way that makes your clients feel like they're actually making progress in your process instead of thinking like, oh my God, I have all this stuff I have to do. Which, for the record, when people are given information like that, chances are they're not actually going to give you all the information you need. So laying out your onboarding process or your sales process, laying it out as one step at a time is the right way to make your experience simple, effective, and that your client is actually enjoying working with you. The second thing is how you present your information, because checklists and videos are much more engaging than, say, text walls and paragraphs, because the reality is people don't read paragraphs anymore. So if you have either even on your website or on forms that you build or things of that sort, if you have big blocks of text, people are not reading those. Chances are they're only reading the headlines. And Alex Hormozy actually told everybody on his YouTube channel a really interesting statistic. He got a heat map for his website, and as it turns out, people basically spent the most time on the top headline and on the bottom, which is the last headline before the page ends. And so ironically, what that tells me is that they care about the beginning and they care about the end, and people care a lot less about what's in the middle. So if you have big blocks of text, people are going to be skipping over it anyway, but it's also not even going to register. Number 3 is to remove any excess clicks or excess logins. If you could do it in one click, do it in one click. If you need 2 or 3 clicks, then make sure that the process is very simple. So I actually had a client that one time was like rebuilding. We were migrating their CRM from one software to Salesforce. And when she was telling us what she needed, we were saying, okay, well, we're going to do all of these requirements you have in one click. And she's like, I need 3 clicks. And we were like, why? We can do it in one click. She's like, well, the previous system had 3 clicks, so I want 3 clicks. And we seriously looked at her like, why? But she was dead set on rebuilding the exact same system she had and not improving it at all. So whether it's for your internal team or for your customer, it's really important to actually make it as simple as possible, because if you can do it in one click, why do you want to click 3 times? Honestly, she had the answer to that, and I still to this day don't understand, but I can promise your customer doesn't want to do 3 clicks. So the 4th tip is to have a friend or someone that I would say is less intuitive go through and test it cold. Don't tell them what they're doing. Just give them a page or a portal or anything of that sort. Give them a login and say, hey, go tell me how this works. Go tell me what was easy, what was hard, what was confusing, so on and so forth. And note where they get lost, because that's going to be your user interface, your user experience gold mine. Because where somebody who has no idea what they're looking at gets lost is actually going to be where your client gets lost as well, because you have to think about it from their perspective. Even though they actually know what you do and what you offer, they don't know how your system works. And so by having a friend test it without any information, that is essentially how your client is having the experience. You, on the other hand, know your business and you know your portal. So by having you test it or anybody within your business test it, they're already biased toward what they know about how your technology already works. Clarity keeps your clients confident, and it keeps them happy, and it keeps them around for longer than when they're confused. Find out whether your user interface is simple enough. If this is your weakest pillar, then you're going to find that out when you get your free tech health score. I built this assessment so that you can actually figure this out for yourself. There are 4 main pillars in business that your business could be struggling with when it comes to your technical infrastructure. But if user experience, whether it's for your client or for your internal team, if that's not what you're struggling with, then chances are you're struggling with one of the other 3 areas, and you'll see that video here. See you on the next one.